Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to do a really simple meals video for you guys because Derek and I have been working on our land every single day. We have a bunch of stuff that we need to get done before the winter comes because it rains a lot and there's just like things that we won't be able to do then that we need to get done before that happens. So we have been up there all the time and I've been packing us just like really quick and easy and like good packable meals, but also just super cheap. Like today I'm at home because I have a ton of just like laundry, if you can hear my laundry, and things to catch up on and just stuff to do on the computer. And I was like, I'm gonna film some of these meals for you guys because they're just really good, and I've just become really good at making meals out of like nothing. And today is a perfect example because I don't have like anything left in my house, as you'll see when we make these meals together. And I've just been kind of like, as I make meals, I think ahead and I use up literally every single thing that I have until we go grocery shopping again, because I don't like wasting food. Food is expensive these days, like oh my gosh, so expensive. So I've just been using what I have and it's just been great. So I think what I'm gonna do, since we're so busy the next few months, is I'm going to start sharing like my meal prep with you guys that I do on the weekend and all the meals that I'm making, or I'll just share like new meals I've become like obsessed with because, you know, I get really into stuff and then I like to share them. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I'll leave links down below. I put one of the recipes on my blog and I hope it helps you because we should not be wasting food these days. Like, I don't know if anybody else feels the same way, but food is getting very expensive and I'm just not willing to waste it anymore. So let's jump into the video and I'll show you guys what I've been making. So one thing I've been doing a lot lately, because Derek and I have been so busy working on our land, is usually I'll make a smoothie for us in the morning to have before we leave. But I've been making like the biggest smoothies I can recently. And then I will freeze the leftovers. So this is just like frost that you see. So I'll freeze the leftovers in these little jars. This one's like a berry, I think it's just berry, banana, and then I put like some vegan protein powder in it. So I'll freeze it and then I leave like this much room at the top, and I will add granola to it, and then I'll add some coconut flakes as well. And then I like to add peanut butter because when we go to our land and we're working, we're there for like many hours. So we just really need a lot of calories. And I like to really pack as much into these little smoothie jars that I can. And if I don't have this, I'll have overnight oats. So I basically just do that. And then you can see like all of this stuff's just on top. I'll give you a better view in a second. And then I'll bring a bunch of bananas with us as well. So we always have like bunches of bananas, and then we'll just slice up the bananas. By the time that, you know, we've been working a few hours, this will be completely defrosted. So this is like frozen solid, and then it's just like ready to eat. But I'll also make these and bring them to the beach. Derek's going to work on the land this morning, so I'm just gonna give him this. But this is a great little hack. You could bring this to work. You could bring it like if you're out doing exercise like cycling or going on like a long hike. Like this would be a really good refreshing thing to bring with you. Okay, I swear this is like the best oatmeal. I've just been so obsessed with it. All I do is I chop up an apple into like small pieces because it'll just cook faster. So just like little chunks. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine in the background. And then I like to cook this with some ginger. So I'm just gonna use, I like a lot of ginger, but I'm not gonna use as much as I usually do. But you'll just want like a good amount of ginger. Sorry if that was like out of focus. And I just peel the outside of it off. So when I make smoothies, I don't take the ginger peel off, but it's pretty fibrous, so it can kind of like mess with the texture if you're making oatmeal or something. And then you just want to chop this into like small bits as well, because it's going to cook with the apples. And then I just have 2 dates here that I'm going to chop up as well. I've been adding dates to my oatmeal. It's the greatest because you don't have to add like any other sweeteners. I also really like adding it to my smoothies because it doesn't completely blend usually, and you get these little chunks of like date when you're drinking the smoothie. It's so good. So we're gonna cook the apple, ginger, and the dates all together until the apples get nice and soft. And then the other ingredients I have are, I have about a cup of oats here. These are just organic rolled oats. I have about a tablespoon of cinnamon because I love cinnamon, but you could use less. And then I have some vegan vanilla protein powder here. Usually I add West Soy, the vanilla kind, but I don't have any. I haven't been able to find it lately. So I've just been adding this because it just helps to make it a bit more filling, and I really love the vanilla flavor. And then I like to add a little bit of lemon juice to this as this apple ginger date concoction is cooking. It just gives it like this nice tanginess. So first I'm gonna cook the apple ginger date combination just with some water, because I really like this to put it on top instead of cooking it in with the oatmeal. So I use about half a cup of water, and I just cook this until the apples get nice and soft. Usually it takes about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. And then I'm just gonna actually add in a pinch of salt to this as well, and my lemon juice that I have. And I add about half of this cinnamon into this because I like to add it into the oats as well. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this, but it's kind of like thickened on the bottom, and it has almost like a syrup consistency. So I'm going to turn this off because I like to have that syrup kind of drizzle into the oats. So for the oats, kind of same thing. I just leave all that in there. You don't need to clean it because it's got flavor. And then add in your water, depending on how much oatmeal you're cooking. And then I'm just going to add in my oats, and I'll just get this kind of boiling. And then once it starts to thicken, I add in the protein powder and the cinnamon. Alright, so now that it's starting to thicken, I'm just going to add in my protein powder and then my cinnamon. And I'll just let it cook for another minute or so. Sorry, I thought I was recording when I put that all together, and then I wasn't. But I put some pumpkin seeds on top. I'm just going to take a picture of this really quick, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. But it is so good. I'm so excited to eat this right now. I really hope you guys try this one. I'm gonna put this recipe on my blog, so I'll link it below for you. And bon appetit, you guys. This is so good. It's like my newest obsession. I say that in every video, I know, but I really just share with you guys like what I'm obsessed with at the moment. So I should just title these videos like recipes I'm currently obsessed with. Okay, so for dinner, I am not joking when I say I literally have like no food in the house. I have this zucchini and these collard greens from my garden. And then I have like a little bit of onion, and I have like lentils. I have a block of tofu, but I have some other things that I'm gonna put in this, and it's got like lentils and stuff in it, so I'm not gonna add more like protein to it. But I'm gonna show you how to make a really, really simple filling meal with like no ingredients. So I'm gonna make these like curried lentils. I like to make these a lot because if we ever like miss the market day, we just are kind of left with no food. So I either have to rely on my garden or like my dry food or some frozen food. But you can come up with pretty creative meals with very little ingredients. I'm just adding the zucchini because I have it. Obviously the onion for flavor. I'm trying to add as many veggies into this as I can, but this is really all I have. Just to give it some flavor, to make it more filling. You know the drill. So I'm just gonna chop this stuff up, and then I'm almost out of lentils as well. But I got some red lentils here, as you can see. And then I have a little bit of these green or brown lentils, whatever you wanna call them. So I'm gonna mix them together and cook this just with some curry powder, some turmeric, and then these veggies. And then I'm just gonna make like a little veggie potato bowl with lentils, and I think it'll be really good. Well, I've made this many times, so I know it is really good. And I do have actually some hummus that I prepped last week to put on this, so it'll be legit. So I'm gonna add the zucchini and the onion to the base to cook the lentils in, and then I'm just gonna kind of shred up these collard greens from my garden. So I just like to fold them like this, and then I'll just chop them like as finely as I can. And I'll add these in at the end. So I'm gonna put this on high heat just to get it boiling. Add in, this is 2 cups of water. Actually, I might just do a cup because I'm not gonna make a ton of it, because Derek's luckily going grocery shopping when he is on his way home, so we'll have some more variety tomorrow. But I just thought this is like a perfect opportunity to show you guys like what I make when I have literally not very much on hand. I'm gonna add my onions and zucchini in here. I would add carrot to this if I had it. I love adding carrot to anything curry based because it gives it kind of like a sweet flavor. Or you could add some sweet potato. And then I'm just gonna add probably like a teaspoon of turmeric. Maybe 2. Well, that was like half a teaspoon. A teaspoon of turmeric. And then I'm gonna do quite a bit of curry powder. Maybe a tablespoon. And some salt. And then I'm just gonna get this boiling, turn it down to low, and let it simmer until the lentils thicken, which will be about 15 minutes. So this is almost done. I'm just gonna add in these collard greens and just shut it off, because these will cook just from the residual heat. They don't need to be like cooked really. So I've got some breadfruit here. My neighbor gave me this breadfruit and I cooked it and I had that ready. If you never had breadfruit, it's basically like a potato. It's just like a starchy carb. So I already had that prepped in my fridge, and then I just have some frozen corn and peas. And then I'm gonna add my curry onto the side here. And then, like I said, I just have some hummus that I made last week, so I need to use this up. So I'm just gonna put this in the middle, and voila. Very simple, like basically no fresh food meal that you can make. You just gotta get creative. But I make this lentil mix basically every week because I just love the combo of like curry powder and lentils, and it's just easy to throw in like leftover veggies. So I basically just use it to use up any leftover veggies that I have. But I'm gonna go enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me any comments below, and I'll put the recipe for the apple cinnamon oats down below. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.